Good morning again. I'm recording this video straight after the last one because I'm going to be in school um, with those children the following week. So you get two in a row with Sleepy Puppy. Chapter 13 is called Morgana's Tapestry. We just read a little bit about Lancelot and Arthur being attacked by a suit of armour that seemed to be powered by witchcraft. That was Lancelot pulling the helmet off the armour. And this here is a tapestry. A tapestry is made of woven thread to create a picture. Sir Ector was waiting at the gate when Arthur and Lancelot returned. "Something's happened," he said. "Come and see." They followed him into the great hall. All the knights were there talking among themselves. Arthur saw at once what they were talking about. Lancelot's name had appeared on the round table, between Guinevere's name and Kay's. The golden letters glowed as though they were hot. "It wasn't there last night," said Kay. "What does it mean?" "It means that Merlin's magic is still working and that Lancelot has been chosen as one of us," said Arthur. "Kay, bring me Excalibur, and I will make Lancelot a knight of the Round Table." Arthur didn't notice the scowl on Kay's face as he turned away. On the way back to the great hall, however, Kay met Morgana, as she noticed his sour look at once. "Has Arthur made you his squire now?" she said. "Lancelot is going to join the Round Table," Kay said sulkily. "Some of us fought at Arthur's side for years to earn our places." "Did you fight at Arthur's side, or in his shadow?" Morgana asked. She leaned closer to Kay and spoke softly. "Come to my room and see me later," she said. "There's something I want to show you." She walked off without waiting for Kay's reply. She knew he would come. Kay carried Excalibur to Arthur. Arthur drew the sword from its scabbard. Lancelot knelt, and Arthur touched him on each shoulder with the flat of the blade. "Rise, Sir Lancelot, Knight of the Round Table," Arthur said. We still got that red dragon in the background, don't we? It should have been a time for celebration, but when all the knights had taken their seats at the table, Arthur told them what had happened in Camelot Wood. The air seemed to turn cold. "Witchcraft?" said Gawain. "Are you sure?" "I am certain," said Lancelot. "But who would use witchcraft to harm the king?" asked Sir Ector. "Someone who hates him," said Lancelot. "We must all be on the lookout for the traitor." After the meeting was over, Arthur went to find Guinevere. He told her about the Black Knight and what Lancelot had said. "It was a horrible moment," Arthur said. "You could see everybody looking round, wondering if one of us had done it." "But how can that be?" said Guinevere. "None of your knights practices black magic." "Who knows?" said Arthur. "Witchcraft is a secret thing. Oh, I wish Merlin was still here. He'd know what to do." While Arthur and Guinevere talked, in another part of the castle, Morgana was showing Kay a tapestry that she was sewing. The bright colours of the silk threads shone in the shadowy room. Kay could see Camelot, the river, and the wood that lay to the north. On the left of the tapestry was the figure of a knight. "Oh, that's me, isn't it?" laughed Kay. "Of course," smiled Morgana, filling a cup with wine. "I've sewn you into my tapestry and captured you. By the time I've finished, all the knights of the Round Table will be there." She handed Kay the cup of wine. He drank it without taking his eyes off the tapestry, and then held the cup out for more. "Tell me," said Morgana quietly, What happened in the Great Hall this morning? What did Arthur talk about? Kay seemed not to hear her. Where are you going to put Lancelot on your tapestry? He said. Morgana could already hear the whining in Kay's voice. Yes, let's talk about Lancelot, she said. Tell me everything you know about him. That evening at supper, that's a picture of Morgana and Kay in the tapestry. That evening at supper, there was a terrible scene. Kay was drunk and staggered to his place, bumping into people and knocking things over. Many heads turned to stare at him. What are you all looking at? Kay snapped. You've seen me before, haven't you? I'm Kay, the king's foster brother. I'm the one who fetches his sword just like he used to fetch mine. Kay, said Sir Ector sternly, I think you should go to bed before you make a fool of yourself. I'll tell you who's making fools of us all with this talk of witchcraft, Kay said. Lancelot, King Lucius of France, sent him here to make trouble. He's trying to make us suspect each other. There was no witchcraft in Camelot until Lancelot came. Everything went quiet. All eyes fixed on Lancelot. Sir Kay, Lancelot said quietly, if you weren't a knight of the Round Table, I would challenge you to single combat for what you have said. Why don't you follow Sir Ector's advice and go to bed? Kay's face looked like a mask. His skin was white, and there were blue half circles under his eyes. You don't frighten me, Lancelot, he hissed. Arthur sprang to his feet. His chair clattered to the floor behind him. I didn't make you knights of the Round Table for this, he said. We're supposed to fight evil, not each other. Lancelot is evil, Kay cried. He's a traitor and a warlock. Lancelot stood and bowed politely to Arthur. My lord, he said, this quarrel was not of my making, but Sir Kay has gone too far. He turned to Kay. We will settle this in the courtyard at sunrise tomorrow, he said. As Lancelot walked out of the hall, many turned their heads to watch him go, but not Arthur. He stared at Kay and tried to understand why he was being such a fool. Stay safe, Anjali, and I will do another read aloud soon.